Well, hi everybody. Today we're having with Peach on some shows because I wasn't happy with how some things came out. I want to make sure that it's done to perfection. I'm going to make cookies today. Because there's another thing my grandma Elizabeth made on Thanksgiving was a lot of cookies, especially chocolate chip cookies. We made this before, but we're going to do this again. We're adding in milk chocolate chips, and all the cats here, they're looking at the birds. 3/4 cup of granulated white sugar. It has to be exact, or it's not going to come out.
Misty.
Okay, I'm adding in another 3/4 cup of granulated light brown sugar. I always make sure the sugar is light. Okay, let me get rid of this. I like light brown sugar. Some stuff you can use dark. I prefer the light when you make cookies. Grandma Elizabeth and I prepared for many, many weeks for Thanksgiving, and we started right after Halloween. And a lot of stuff we froze. The cookies we made, I believe it was the day before. I'm not sure. Okay. Let me, I'm adding in 3/4 cup of brown sugar. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cream it. I also made sure, I had to go to the dentist this morning. And at the time I was at the dentist, I was letting my butter get nice and soft. So we're going to cream this for about a minute. Well, anyway, I went to the dentist this morning. My teeth are okay, good teeth, and while I was at the dentist, I said, all right, let's soften the butter. A perfect amount of time. All right, 2 eggs. Okay, 1 more egg, then we'll go to the vanilla, and then we'll go to the dry. Okay, yeah, Grandma Elizabeth made tons of stuff for Thanksgiving, cookies, strudel, everything.
Nova.
Okay, now the next thing is going to be the vanilla.
Amber.
We added everything in so the cookies tasted really good. All right. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. Let me put this over here because we don't get along. I had too many accents with vanilla for some odd reason. I don't know why, but me and vanilla. Just a little dash of salt, as Grandma would call it. We're going to mix this together and we're going to go to the dry. Okay, now we're going to the dry. Where did I put the flour? Here it is. Make sure this bowl is clean. Grandma, every time she would use a bowl, folks, she always washed it out. Make sure everything is out. Grandma was very just so in the kitchen, folks. I tell you, she was an amazing lady. Both my grandmas. Well, Thanksgiving is mainly Grandma Elizabeth's holiday. I'm adding in 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And believe it or not, Grandma Elizabeth swore by gold medal. Make sure I have this, yeah. Let me make sure this is clean because Grandma Elizabeth watches me every minute from heaven. It has to be very clean. She always cleaned everything. Measuring cups, bowls, everything under the sun, Grandma Elizabeth cleaned. Okay. We need 1 more 1/4 cup of flour. Okay. Now a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Now we're going to mix this together. I'm going to put it into the wet. See, we get everything out here. We don't want to lose anything. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's a little soft, folks. So we're gonna have to chill. And I'm gonna put in the chocolate chips. This over here. Grandma swore by Hershey's, like I always tell you. She has a thing about Hershey's. Okay. All these chocolate chips up. We don't want anything to go to waste. So everything is out of here. All right. Now, we're gonna mix this together. Grandma Elizabeth had a thing about wooden spoons also. She was an amazing woman. She really was. Mix everything together. So we want to make sure the flour gets mixed in. And what I want to do is, I'm going to chill this for about 20 minutes. I want to make sure, because as you can see, it's a little too soft. I don't want to try to make cookie dough balls and it just doesn't come out, and the cookies just don't come out the way we want them to. So about 20 minutes at least. I want to make sure the dough is very cold. Now we're going to be making all kinds of wonderful delights this month for Thanksgiving, getting ourselves ready for Thanksgiving, which happens to be coming up very shortly. Now, Grandma Elizabeth, I know, made chocolate chip cookies. I often help her. Sometimes she would even put some nuts into them, like pecans, you know, to mix it together. We might do that another time. I'm not sure, but I'm also planning on making her butter cookies coming up shortly. Her cocoa rolls coming up. A lot of stuff that we had for Thanksgiving. Green bean casserole will definitely be coming up shortly. You know, all kinds of delights. Always make sure the dough is cold when you roll it out, because it would stick to your hands and you don't want that to happen. It was in the oven and bake it for about 5 minutes, 5 to 8 minutes. You want it nice and soft inside and a little crispy on the outside. We have delicious homemade chocolate chip cookies that Grandma and I used to make for Thanksgiving. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff that my grandmother made for Thanksgiving this whole month of November. As we get close, we'll be doing cranberry sauce, green bean casseroles, but right now we're doing all her baking dishes. I wish I could make strudel, or maybe I'll figure it out. Who knows? From Deborah Home Country Kitchen, have a great day. Please subscribe to our wonderful YouTube channel.